Big news for HDFC Bank credit card holders. Major changes are coming that could impact your airport lounge access, reward points, and even how you pay rent. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, more fine print to decipher. But don't worry, I've dived deep into these updates, and I'm here to break them down for you in a simple, easy-to-understand way. We're talking about significant shifts in how you might be using your HDFC card, from the perks you enjoy to some new fees you need to be aware of. These aren't just minor tweaks. Some of these changes could fundamentally alter the value proposition of your card, especially if you rely on it for specific benefits like lounge access or maximizing reward points on large spends. It's crucial to understand these changes thoroughly to avoid any unpleasant surprises and to make sure you're still getting the best value from your credit card. We'll cover everything from new fees on rent payments and wallet loading to revised limits on reward points for insurance premiums, and a particularly important update for Tata Neu card holders regarding airport lounge access. Each of these changes has its own nuances, effective dates, and potential impact on your spending habits. So grab a cup of chai, settle in, and let's navigate these updates together. I want to ensure you're fully equipped with all the information you need to adapt to these new policies. We'll go through each point step by step, discussing what's changing, why it matters, and what you can do about it. This isn't just about listing the changes, it's about understanding their implications for your personal finances. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to managing your money and credit. Stay till the end to make sure you don't miss any important updates. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one, especially for those of you who value your airport lounge access, specifically holders of the Tata Neu Infinity and Tata Neu Plus credit cards. Starting from June 10th, 2025, there's a significant shift in how you'll be able to access domestic airport lounges. Gone are the days when you could simply swipe your card at the lounge entrance for complimentary access. HDFC Bank is moving towards a voucher-based system for these cards, and it's tied directly to your spending. This means your access will no longer be an automatic perk, but something you need to actively earn. So how will this new system work? Instead of the straightforward swipe, you'll now need to achieve a certain spending milestone on your Tata Neu Infinity or Tata Neu Plus card within a specific quarter. Once you hit that spending target, HDFC Bank will issue you vouchers that you can then redeem for lounge access. The exact spending thresholds and the number of vouchers you'll receive are details that HDFC Bank will clarify closer to the implementation date. But the core concept is clear. Your spending directly dictates your lounge access. This is a fundamental change from the current unlimited or fixed number of complimentary visits often associated with premium cards. This change encourages higher card usage if lounge access is a priority for you. It's a strategic move by the bank, likely aimed at increasing transaction volumes on these co-branded cards. For frequent travelers who rely on this perk, it's time to start thinking about your quarterly spending patterns. Will your typical expenditure on the card be sufficient to earn these vouchers? Or will you need to consolidate more of your spending onto your Tata Neu card to maintain your lounge benefits? It's definitely something to keep an eye on as June 2025 approaches, and we'll be sure to update you as more specific details emerge from the bank regarding those spending thresholds. Next up is a change that will affect a wide range of HDFC credit card users, especially those who use their cards for paying rent. HDFC Bank has introduced a 1% fee on all rent payments made using their credit cards. This isn't specific to any particular card variant. It applies across the board. So, if you've been enjoying the convenience of paying your rent via credit card, perhaps to meet spending targets or earn reward points, you'll now need to factor in this additional cost. This fee is applied to the transaction amount, making your rent payment slightly more expensive if you choose this route. Now, there's a small silver lining, or rather a cap on this fee. While the 1% charge is levied on your rent payment, HDFC Bank has capped this fee at a maximum of rupees 4,999 per month. This means that even if your rent is very high, the fee you pay in a single month for rent transactions won't exceed this amount. For instance, if your rent is rupees 50,000, the 1% fee would be rupees 500. If your rent is rupees 6 lakh, the 1% fee would technically be rupees 6,000. But due to the cap, you would only be charged rupees 4,999. It's important to remember this cap is per month, not per transaction if you make multiple rent payments. This move aligns HDFC with other banks that have already introduced similar charges on rent payments. Banks often incur merchant discount rates on such transactions, and this fee likely helps them cover those costs or discourage using credit cards for transactions that might not be as profitable for them. For you, the cardholder, it means reevaluating the benefits of paying rent with your HDFC credit card. Do the reward points earned, if any, as some rent payments are excluded from rewards, outweigh this new 1% fee? It's a calculation you'll need to make based on your specific card's reward structure and your monthly rent amount. For those of you who enjoy online skill-based gaming and use your HDFC credit card for in-game purchases or platform subscriptions, there's a new charge you need to be aware of. HDFC Bank will now apply a 1% charge if your spending on online skill-based gaming exceeds rupees 10,000 in a calendar month. This isn't a blanket charge on all gaming transactions. It specifically kicks in once your cumulative spending in this category crosses that 10,000 rupee threshold within the month. So, casual gamers spending less than this amount monthly might not be affected. Similar to the rent payment fee, there's a cap on this charge as well. The maximum fee that can be levied per transaction for these online gaming spends is rupees 4,999. This means if you make a very large single transaction related to online gaming that triggers the 1% fee, the fee itself won't go beyond this upper limit for that particular transaction. It's important to distinguish this from the rent fee cap, which was monthly. This gaming charge cap is per transaction, once the monthly threshold of rupees 10,000 spending is breached. This could impact gamers who make substantial purchases or frequent top-ups. This is likely another move by the bank to manage costs associated with certain types of transactions or to align with industry practices regarding high-volume digital spending. If you're an avid online gamer, it would be wise to track your monthly spending in this category. If you anticipate exceeding the rupees 10,000 limit, be prepared for the additional 1% charge on the amount over this threshold, keeping in mind the per transaction cap. This might influence how you manage your gaming budget or the payment methods you choose for these expenses going forward, perhaps spreading them out or using alternative payment options if available. Let's talk about loading digital wallets, which is honestly a pretty common practice for many of us when it comes to quick payments and recharges. Now, HDFC Bank has introduced a 1% charge on wallet loading, but there are some important conditions you should know about. This charge will apply if you load more than 10,000 rupees into any digital wallet in a calendar month using your HDFC credit card. But here's the key exception. If you're loading money into HDFC's own PayZapp wallet, you won't incur this charge, no matter how much you load. So, if PayZapp is your go-to wallet, you can breathe easy on this front. For all other wallets, think Paytm, PhonePe, Amazon Pay, MobiKwik, and so on. If your total top-up amount from your HDFC credit card goes over 10,000 rupees in a month, the 1% charge will apply, but only on the amount that exceeds this threshold. Just like the online gaming charge, this wallet loading fee also has a cap. The maximum fee you'll be charged per transaction once you've crossed that monthly 10,000 rupee loading limit is 4,999 rupees. That means, for very large wallet loads beyond the threshold, the fee won't keep escalating for a single transaction. Honestly, this policy seems designed to encourage the use of HDFC's own PayZapp wallet, while kind of discouraging really high-volume loading into third-party wallets using their credit cards, which might actually involve costs for the bank. If you often use your HDFC credit card to load significant amounts into different e-wallets, you'll really need to keep an eye on your monthly totals. Maybe consider diversifying your funding sources for wallets or switching to PayZapp for bigger top-ups if you want to avoid that 1% fee. It's all about being aware and making informed choices to manage these small but potentially accumulating charges. Now, let's shift our focus to reward points, specifically those you earn on insurance premium payments. HDFC Bank has introduced new monthly limits on the number of reward points you can accumulate through insurance transactions. These limits actually vary depending on the type of HDFC credit card you hold. For quite a while, paying hefty insurance premiums with your credit card was a popular way to rack up a significant number of reward points. But these new caps will definitely change that strategy for a lot of people. It's essential to know where your card stands. So let's break down these new monthly limits. If you have the Super Premium Infinia or Infinia Metal Edition cards, your reward points earned from insurance payments will be capped at 10,000 points per calendar month. For holders of Diners Black, Hog Diners Club, or Biz Black Metal cards, this monthly cap is set at 5,000 reward points. And for all other HDFC credit cards, the monthly limit for reward points on insurance transactions is 2,000 points. This is a substantial change, especially if you have very high annual or semi-annual premiums. It's also important to note that HDFC Bank has mentioned that certain daily limits on reward points for insurance transactions will continue to be valid until June 30th, 2025, after which these new monthly caps will likely be the main governing factor. This means you need to be mindful of both daily and upcoming monthly restrictions for a while. If earning maximum rewards on insurance was a key reason you used your HDFC card, you might need to reassess. For very large premiums, you could hit these caps quickly, which would diminish the reward's earning potential beyond that point for the rest of the month. This could prompt some to split payments if possible, or maybe explore other avenues. Amidst all these changes and new limitations, there's actually a bit of good news for a specific group of HDFC credit card users. Those holding the Marriott Bonvoy HDFC Bank credit card. This co-branded card, which is pretty popular among travel enthusiasts for its hotel benefits, stands as an exception to the newly introduced reward point limits on insurance premium payments. That's a significant differentiator, and honestly a welcome relief for Marriott Bonvoy cardholders who use their card for these large, often recurring expenses. So what does this mean exactly? Well, while other HDFC cards now have monthly caps on the reward points you can earn from paying insurance premiums, just to recap, that's 10,000 for Infinia, 5,000 for Diners Black variants, and 2,000 for others. The Marriott Bonvoy HDFC Bank credit card is not affected by these specific restrictions when it comes to insurance spends. You can continue to pay your insurance premiums using this card and earn Marriott Bonvoy points as per the card's existing reward structure, without having to worry about these new caps. This actually makes the card even more valuable for those who prioritize earning Bonvoy points and have substantial insurance outlays. This exception really highlights the unique positioning of certain co-branded cards. The bank, along with its partner, in this case, Marriott, likely wants to maintain the attractiveness of this card for its target audience. If you hold a Marriott Bonvoy HDFC card and pay significant insurance premiums, this is definitely a plus, allowing you to maximize your points earning in this category without the new limitations faced by other cardholders. It's always great to find an exception that works in your favor. And for Marriott Bonvoy users, this is certainly one such instance in the current wave of HDFC card updates. So, there you have it. A detailed breakdown of the major changes HDFC Bank is implementing for its credit card holders. From the new voucher-based system for airport lounge access on Tata Neu cards, to the introduction of fees for rent payments, online gaming and wallet loading, plus the revised limits on reward points for insurance premiums, there's quite a bit to digest. These updates really reflect a dynamic banking environment where policies are always evolving, often to manage costs, encourage specific behaviors, or align with broader industry trends. It's clear that HDFC is making some strategic adjustments to its credit card offerings. Understanding these changes is the first step. The next, and honestly more important step, is to assess how they personally affect you and your spending habits. Do you frequently pay rent with your card? Are you a big online gamer or a heavy wallet user? Is lounge access a key perk for you? Or do you rely on insurance payments to boost your reward points? Your answers to these questions will determine just how much these new rules will impact your financial planning and card usage strategy. It might be time to review your monthly statements, identify which of these categories your spends fall into, and calculate any potential new costs or reduced benefits. Remember, knowledge is your best tool in personal finance. By staying informed, you can make proactive decisions. Maybe it means shifting some spends to a different card, adjusting your budget, or even exploring alternative payment methods for certain transactions. These changes could impact how you use your HDFC credit card, so make sure to plan ahead. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on your finances.